What up YouTube, Casemus Prime here, back at you with another video review. I've reviewed a lot of stuff on my channel. I've reviewed, toys, I've reviewed movies, I've reviewed electronics. I've even gone so far as to review, jewelry. But something I've never really, reviewed that much was books. I've never really done a book review on this channel. I think I should go back to doing a couple, but, just a couple weeks ago, I got a book that's, it's being made into a movie, so I heard about the movie first, but, I thought I'd go ahead and read the book first before I see the movie. So let's have a look. Today I'll be doing a review of The Hunger Games. This is the movie adaptation novelization of the book. Now if you are really like if you like a good blend of science fiction and action, this is a book to get. I really enjoy reading it. I've read it. I'm almost at the halfway mark of the book. Directed by Suzanne Collins, if you can't see. Now, basically what this book is about is where it takes place several years into the future, and North America has been turned into this this realm called Panem. Pretty much where pretty much we've all been divided up, and it's almost kind of like the United States, but we've been divided up into these 12 districts, as they're called. Each of which representing something. I have the pictures of the symbols on my iPod. I know what some of them represent. There used to be 13, but for those of you who read the first book, you know that one of them, that District 13, was destroyed. There's 12 districts in Panem. District 1 being representing luxury. District 2 is masonry. District 3 is technology. District 4 is fishing. District 5 is power. District 6 is transport. District 7 is lumber. District 8 is textiles. District 9, when I made my ID card where I got stuck, District 9 is grain. District 10 is livestock. District 11 is agriculture. And District 12 is mining. District 12 is the home of the main character, Katniss Everdeen, who is a teenage girl. I forget her exact age, but the story mainly takes place about the time of the 74th annual Hunger Games, which is these big fight-to-the-death games where if you lose, you die, and if you win, you get unlimited food, water, money, clothes, pretty much anything you need to last you for life. And to fight in the games, they picked a boy and a girl between the ages of 12 and 18 to compete in these games. Now, Katniss has a younger sister named Primrose, or everyone just calls her Prim, and she just turned 12 years old, making her eligible to compete. And, she's thinking, it's her first time, she's not going to get picked. But they attend the reaping, and who's the first name they call? Primrose Everdeen. Her first time being in the box, and she gets pulled. And Katniss just can't allow that to happen. So she volunteers as tribute in her place. And also fighting in the games as a boy is her friend Peeta. And they're gonna try to fight their way through it and just win the games and survive and bring food and money back to their district. So that's kind of a brief summary. There's 3 books in the series of the Hunger Games. There's the original book of the Hunger Games, which I have right here. This is as I said before, the movie novelization. Catching Fire, which is also being made into a movie due for a slate release in November of next year. And then there's the 3rd book, Mockingjay, which mainly revolves around his younger sister, Prim. But here's the book. Has right here The Hunger Games, now a major motion picture, by Suzanne Collins, who is a New York Times bestselling author. Collins, The Hunger Games, and you have a picture there of a flaming Mockingjay on the front. On the back is a re-up here which says, Winning means fame and fortune, losing means certain death. The Hunger Games have begun. In the ruins of a place once known as North America lies the nation of Panem, a shining capital surrounded by 12 outlying districts. The capital is harsh and cruel and keeps the districts in line by forcing them all to send one boy and one girl between the ages of 12 and 18 to participate in the annual Hunger Games, a fight to the death on live TV. 16-year-old Katniss Everdeen regards it as a death sentence when she steps forward to take her sister's place in the games. But Katniss has to close the dead before, and survival. For her, it is second nature. Without really meaning to, she becomes a contender, but if she is to win, she will have to start making choices that weigh survival against humanity and life against love. There are a couple of editorial statements on here. One is, a violent and jarring sped rap of a novel that generates nearly constant suspense I couldn't stop reading, by Stephen King of Entertainment Weekly. I was so obsessed with this book. The Hunger Games is amazing. Surprisingly, for those of you females out there, written by Stephenie Meyer, the author of the Twilight Saga. For those of you who are any of you who are fans of the Twilight Saga, then that's rep for you. And brilliant, plotted, and perfectly paced by John Green of the New York Times Book Review. It also has a picture of there on the back of the other two books, Catching Fire and Mockingjay, which are the other two books in the series of 3. Also on the bottom here is the technical stuff from the movie, starring Jennifer Lawrence, directed by Gary Ross, by Lionsgate, produced by Suzanne Collins and Gary Ross. Yeah. There have been a lot of promos already to release the promotion of this film. For one, NECA is doing a line of Hunger Games figures, which I will honestly pass. They're also releasing a Mockingjay pin and a necklace. For those of you who are interested, those will cost you about $12, $18 each. I saw them at my local Hot Topic. They're also making, obviously, t-shirts. I saw this one that had the Mockingjay logo, one that has one of the teaser posters, as well as some of the stuff like the District 12 logo, and some of the characters on it. And also the soundtrack will be released, and we've gotten 2 tracks from it already. We've gotten Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift and One Engine by the Decemberists. But also just recently, to promote the release of the film at MTV's Music Awards, or somewhere, not the Oscars though, last night, but iTunes, or Lionsgate, just released a ringtone on iTunes of the Mockingjay call. So let me just turn up the volume, and I'll play it for you. So yeah, a ringtone of a Mockingjay call. If you've seen the trailers, you know that actually plays at the end of the trailer when it shows the Mockingjay. I do plan on getting a Mockingjay, at least a necklace. I'm not really much of a pin guy, but I'll get the necklace. And maybe the shirt of the Flaming Mockingjay, like the one you see here on the cover of the book. The movie's due out on March 23rd, 2012, about a little over a month from now. I'm really excited personally. I can't wait. About 24 days left till the annual Hunger Games. I better get my tickets and place my bets. But again, get the book. I don't care. There's tons of versions. There's this one. There's the original version. There's the hardcover. There's also a 3-book edition which has all 3 books: The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. And there's also, for those of you who like parodies, they also released a book called The Hunger Pains, by Harvard Lampoon. But yeah, definitely get the book. There's this one which cost me about $10, although for some reason it says $12.99 on it. I'm glad I paid $10. There's also the original version, stuff like that. And of course, there's the other 2 books. But for the movie that's out right now, get The Hunger Games, the original. I highly recommend it. I guess that's about it. Later, guys, I'm out of here, and may the odds be ever in your favor.